President Trump tonight distancing himself from his top advisor, Peter Navarro, who wrote a scathing takedown of Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Well, he made a statement representing himself. He shouldn't be doing that. No, I have a very good relationship with Anthony.
Navarro, who doesn't have a health background, wrote an op-ed published in USA Today questioning Fauci's expertise. Dr. Anthony Fauci has a good bedside manner with the public, but he has been wrong about everything I have interacted with him on. A White House spokesperson today said the op-ed didn't go through normal White House clearance processes. But there's little doubt Navarro's broadside reflects the president's own frustration with Fauci.
Dr. Fauci's a nice man, but he's made a lot of mistakes.
Fauci's warnings about the pandemic often conflicting with the president's push to reopen the country. Navarro's criticism is the most direct assault on Fauci's credibility to date, following a sustained White House effort to sideline him. A top Trump aide posting a cartoon mocking Fauci. The White House providing a document to reporters aimed at damaging his reputation. Fauci today calling the behavior bizarre.
I cannot figure out in my wildest dreams why they would want to do that. But I mean, I think they realize now that that was not a prudent thing to do because it's only reflecting negatively on them.
And saving a few choice words for his latest White House detractor.
I can't explain Peter Navarro. He's in a world by himself, so I don't even want to go there.
Meantime, a new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll finds Joe Biden with an 11-point national lead over President Trump, with 7 in 10 voters saying the country is on the wrong track and majorities disapproving of the president's handling of the coronavirus and race relations.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.